everybody. So today we're going to be showing a floor heroing video. However, it's going to be with the dynamic of the trainer and the trainee. Envision this as this is your very first day and you're just learning floor heroing. We're going to go at it from that angle, and I will be shadowing her. I'm going to be the trainee, and then she's going to be shadowing me in the next room. And then going forward, you'll just kind of see the camera from the viewpoint of the trainer, where the trainer should be standing and where they should be watching to ensure that, you know, the training is proper. So here we go.
What you're going to do for when there's hardwood floors underneath the bed, you are going to take the floor hero, put it on the shark, and you need to line up the front of the floor hero. It should say shark on here. Some of them are worn out, but you'll still know.
Okay.
And there should be an arrow, and some of those are worn out as
And
well.
it just twists in.
Yep, you just twist it right in.
Okay.
It'll go in there. And then on the handle, it's going to have different settings. There's a hard floor setting, a normal carpet setting, and then there's a thick carpet setting. The thick carpet setting is only to be used if it's really hard to vacuum the normal carpet.
Okay.
So we're gonna put that down to hard floor.
Okay.
And I'm going to lift away and just have the canister on.
Okay.
Because I don't have to, this is only used to vacuum carpet.
Okay.
So we're just gonna put this on here. And this is much lighter, so it'll be much easier for you to move around.
Okay.
So I am going to vacuum the floor and vacuum underneath the bed and between the nightstand, and you just watch me, okay?
Okay.
When I notice that there are dust bunnies that the floor hero cannot get between, I will take the floor hero off and just use the wand and see. When you find stuff underneath the bed, change, ponytails, clothes, shoes, anything, make sure that you do not suck them up. And if you do suck them up, that's okay. You just need to look for them in the canister or in the floor hero. When you find it, make sure to put it to where they know it is and they can see it. Please do not put any loose change in your pockets. That is considered stealing.
Anytime you're noticing buildup on this floor hero, just pull the stuff off and put it right in the tube. It'll suck itself right up.
Look at this, is all from you.
Letty. My brother's dog is so cute. Her name's Letty, and she's just adorable, but her fur is like insane. I think we emptied the canister a couple of times just in this one main level of his house. Anyways, I didn't realize also that she was blocking the shot completely. But you guys get the gist of what's going on here. I am watching intently. I'm watching her completely. I'm not looking at my phone. I'm not looking at the ceiling. I'm not daydreaming about something else. I'm paying attention to exactly what she's doing. If she's going under the bed, I want to see what's going on under the bed so that I can know how thorough do I need to be. You obviously want to put your floor hero under there as far as you can under any furniture, beds, chairs, couches, wherever it fits. You want to make sure you're vacuuming wherever you possibly can. Generally, when you're learning a task that's pretty simple, like floor heroing or vacuuming, and it's not nearly as complicated as bathrooms, where the trainer's probably going to clean side by side with you for a few of them until you get to the shadowing stage. With this, it's like she's going to do one room, I'm going to watch her, and then we're going to switch roles like you see here, and she's going to watch me for the next room and the remainder of the entire level. So It's a little bit different depending on what you're training on. However, this is how shadowing should look. And if you're not comfortable with doing things on your own and you want to be shadowed longer, please express that as well. Generally, the trainer will just start timing you and kind of letting you do the task on your own and checking your work after that when they feel comfortable that you've got the process down. Now, you're not going to see Lissa anymore, but the camera view and her zooming in and where she's going and what she's watching, this is exactly where her eyes are going to be. She's watching everything that I do, and she's going to correct everything that I'm doing wrong. If I'm doing something wrong, if I'm missing something, if I could be holding the floor hero a different way to help me, any little thing, it is her job to stop you and to tell you what's going on. This may make the process go quite a bit longer the first couple of times that you do a task, but we're doing it for a reason. We want you to do it right the first time. We want you to learn it right the first time. The brain learns muscle memory, and we want you to have the proper muscle memory installed so that you are the most efficient. Make sure you go into closets. We got to be doing that. But just to make sure that you're the most efficient that you absolutely can be and that you train in the fastest. So you want a trainer that's going to be on your ass. You want a trainer that's going to be very involved and watching every move and correcting you. That is what you want. This was the perfect house to show how you pull the hair off of all these chairs. Yeah, is it going to take more time? Absolutely. But is it going to make our work look that much better? Absolutely. Any work that you can do in any facet of life, the amount of detail that you put into something, it shows, and it makes the quality so much better. So if you see the hair on the bottoms of the chairs, even if it's not on the work order, please just do it. And then maybe make a note so that we can add that to the work order so we know what's up. But if you see it, get it. I mean, Letty sheds like a whole nother dog worth of hair within like a week. So it adds up really quickly. Behind garbage cans seems to be kind of a sore spot too. Please remember to pull those out, vacuum underneath them, and pull them out. And you're going to dust and wash the floor and the wall and all of that behind them. Same thing with dog dishes. The one that had the water in it, I was extremely careful with because the water will splash out of the bowl and you're just making your job harder for yourself. Remember to move whatever objects we're able to move, go under any furniture that we're able to go under. Now, this totally depends on house and the person you're training with, but with doing rugs, I vacuumed all the way up in this level until I met my first rug, and then I did all the rugs from there so that I did not have to transition from putting that vacuum into vacuum mode, floor hero mode, back and forth. It just doesn't make any sense. Your trainer might just have you seek out all the rugs to begin with, knock those all out, and then start vacuuming like floor heroing and stuff. It's really up to the house and the trainer. Everything's kind of set up a little bit differently, but you'll see that once I hit the first rug, I'm going to be vacuuming all the rugs. And some of these are like easily sucked up, like these Chauncey ones over here, the vacuum would just eat them. So you have to really like have an art about the way that you do this. You can only usually go forward. You see that my toe is holding the edge of this rug too, so it's not moving, but I'm only making forward motions and then I'm picking it up and then I'm switching sides. So I'm still vacuuming it really thoroughly, but it's just got to be done a different way if the vacuum's going to suck it up. You're going to put all the rugs either like in a garage, in like the porch is unfinished in this house, in a place like that. We do not put rugs on benches or on furniture or on anything that when we pull the rug away, it's going to reveal dirt, hair, and whatever else on top of a surface that we've just cleaned. Also with rugs, you need to make sure that you're making enough passes on these rugs to get them thoroughly clean. You see me going back and forth here like 4 or 5 times because the rug is super hairy. One pass over the whole rug ain't gonna do it. Make sure your setting's right and you have enough suction. Make sure that if these Chauncey-ass rugs are gonna get eaten, that you switch to this method that Lissa taught me. Thank you, Lissa. And I really, really like it because it's still vacuuming really thoroughly, not eating up the rug, and it's doing the job that we are expected to do. sure I emptied the canister twice in this house, but this is how you do it on your own, okay? So you just like put it in the garbage bag and then kind of like pull back towards you, your other arm out so that you can hold it still and the shit's not going to drop everywhere all over the floor. But you want to make sure that you're paying attention to the canister, because if that shit gets full, it's not going to suck. So now that I've done all the rugs, now I'm going to go back to where I started and I'm going to continue on for the rest of the floor. Just a note to tip, if you're going to floor hero or vacuum, or you're the one that's responsible for that, make sure that you're floor heroing the hard surface areas first and the rugs, because once you get to the carpet, you're going to be vacuuming the carpet and then somebody's going to be able to wash the floor. If you vacuum out the carpet first, then you start floor heroing, that's when you're going to have people like on top of one another and just sitting there twirling their thumbs waiting for the next task. So to keep things running as smoothly as possible, you want to floor hero and do the hard surface flooring first. Make sure that you're opening up doors and just getting that threshold area moving. Like cases of water, cases of soda, all that kind of stuff, that can be moved. So that is considered something that can be moved. If you can move it, move it. And the way that this house is set up, I either had to go through the kitchen or through the living room. So I chose to go through the living room first, and then I'm going to come back in through the kitchen and begin floor heroing where I left off in the dining room area, just so I can complete it all and kind of move through the level in one fluid motion and not have to be jumping back and forth. Whatever you can get up and out of the way, please do. So I'm like getting that basket out of the way so I don't have to move it again when I wash the floors. I could have set it out in the porch too, but either way, it's up out of my way. I'm not going to have to move it again until I put it in the truck. In here, here's another closet. So I don't expect you to move things inside closets. Just get where there's free space wherever you can. That's bedroom closets, entryway closets. Unless they've instructed us not to go in them, I would open them every single time. And then if you get down far enough, like on your knees or whatever, even bent over, you can get this floor hero under all this furniture. So oftentimes if we see things that have been missed, it's because they just didn't put the floor hero under as far as they could go. Or it's because we didn't take the extra couple seconds to remove the floor hero and just use the wand in those tight spaces where even the floor hero wouldn't fit, like between nightstands, for instance. Now here we're going to do the door track. Sometimes you don't have to take the floor hero off and you can just run it like I did. And then sometimes you got to take the floor hero off and actually use the wand. It just kind of depends on what's in the door track and how easily it gets sucked out. And obviously this is where Letty spends some of her time in the kennel. So I know there's going to be a lot of hair around here. So obviously pull it out a little bit. Go between it. You saw that I used the wand where like the end table and the kennel meet too. And just as a little extra thing, I vacuumed inside the kennel. I don't require that. I just did it for my brother. And then after I'm done, I'm just going to show winding the cord back up and setting the vacuum outside, because if we don't need it anymore, we do want to get it out of our way. That way we're not having to move it when we wash floors. You don't want to pick things up and move them more than you absolutely have to. Step before you set it outside is to empty the canister. We don't want to bring a full canister worth of crap into the next client's house. And some clients have actually complained about that before. So make sure you empty the canister, then it's ready to go for the next place.